We all have our opinions about the various designs of Pokemon, but a common argument is that some of them, well, are too simple. So to combat this issue, I'll be taking 4 random Pokemon and overcomplicating their designs. Time to ruin some favorites. So, let's start with Gengar. I mean, we all know he's pretty simple, but that's to be expected from Generation 1. So, why not make it more detailed and, like the title says, complicated? And let's do that by making his most defining aspects of the design more defined. So let's start with his epic cool grin. Yeah. Now my idea what I could do for this is something like Cheshire's cat expression, you know, half across the face, pretty wide. The first thing you see about its design. Already not that much made, and I'm already starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable with this. So let's just see where it goes. I mean, it can't get that bad, can it? Going into this recording, I did not expect that I was going to turn a Pokemon into Melina from Mortal Kombat. So you never know what to expect. The next big important thing, which is Gengar's eyes. So I think we could go for something like those big sparkly or scary eyes in the dark, which are just super red, or again something like Cheshire's cat. Well, I do love me some nightmare fuel. What the heck is this? You know, actually kind of works well. Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, a slight edit, but now just the arms, maybe some details at the head, and I guess we can start getting more deeper into the shading. You know what? This is actually kinda surprisingly well. Don't ask me how I got to this result, because honestly, I kinda want to know that answer to that question as well. Oh, right, didn't he have a tail too? Let me get that done as well. It fits the ghoulish look. The eyes are pretty much done. I'll do the rest and see how I can improve the eyes from there. But for now, goddamn, looking pretty good right now. This insane mouth, which insane thing you somehow can't call a mouth, is done. Those ear things, whatever, done. Cool. Now, this. Yeah. Cool cut, bro. Okay, now that I gave some attention to those spiky hair things and hands, look at these hands, legs, and I guess, boom, shakalaka. Dude, I got so much colors that I can't even keep up. Every time I think, wait, maybe I need another color for the layer, just as soon as I make one, I see that I already have that tone of color, so when you start even to mess up the amount of how colors you already have in use, then you know it's way too much, which is perfect in this case. And just like that, we're finished, and when we take a little bit of a step back, actually, ayo, I don't know who cooked in the kitchen, but goddamn, that's something else. Oh my goodness. You know, while you're at it, just keep a tally for yourself and count along which do you think actually kinda works better than the one we got now, and is the original one better. Okay, so here we got Venusaur. My idea for this guy is to vastly increase and make a more varied bush leaf thingy on his back. You know, he could be way more engulfed in the leaves and also emphasize the flower a bit more. Yeah, let's get to it. The thing that makes figuring out how to draw something like this is just drawing a rough sketch as you usually would do on a piece of paper. Yeah, looks ass. But when you get somewhat of an idea from that, you can just adjust it and fix it accordingly. Tips and tricks from yours truly. Well, something like that, I guess. And now, of course, since the flower is a bit tilted to the side, I can, you know, not just try, but also kinda need to make the body itself and Venusaur as a whole tilting to the side itself. So, just like that, I made the process a bit more harder for myself. Yeah, wait. Shit, I actually had to do that. Well, now since I dragged myself accidentally into more extra work, I'll just sit and do this for a half an hour again, just to try and painfully be a perfectionist about this and try to get something that works well.
A few moments later.
Never mind, that didn't even take 5 minutes, since, you know, I got unlimited colors and whatnot to make this as stupid as possible, in the best way, I guess. I can use the power of shading, which is the pixel art thing for makeup, and make this as beautiful as possible. Okay, the trunk is also kinda done, but before I go on, I think it would be, now that I did the trunk, would make more sense to actually shade and do all of that shenanigans to the flower now. Okay, after a bit of a while, the flower is kinda done, sure. Flower part and the actually whole plant on Venusaur's back itself is completely finished. Now for maybe either the easiest or hardest one, figuring out what the heck to do with Venusaur's skincare. Yes, very appealing skin. Gotta ask Venusaur later for his skincare routine, but... shit. Don't want to spoil that, but here we got the RTX of Venusaur, completely normal, appealing, all pretty cool. Yeesh, what the heck happened here? I mean, it takes some time getting used to, but especially if you look at it from afar, it actually kinda works great. And believe me, I tried adding this skin, you know, the pimply whatever, to the face, but it just gets way too... not good. So all in all, very nice. What else can I say? So, next up, Starmie. We all know, pretty much, his main trait is the gem. So, what could be the thing that we greatly exaggerate or just simply overcomplicate? This bad boy right here. Now, of course, not like that, but you get the idea. I'm thinking about creating a massive gem and going totally ham at the shading of the gem, because some good exercise and could look very stunning if done correctly, while, of course, being overcomplicated with the shading and overcomplicated by having the gem much larger than needed, way unnecessary. Let's take this bad boy to the side and take out the gem, or at least a copy for now, so that I can make, you know, the correct adjustments, then patch that puppy right back onto his whatever you call that. Okay, that's pretty crazy size, but that just might work. Okay, after a lot of experimenting and seeing that pretty big upscales of this design wouldn't really work at all, I just decided to make it not that much bigger, but still bigger nonetheless, to prove it. Here, it's all here. It's all on the screen. Half an hour later and trying to figure out something that potentially works. I mean, looking from afar, it looks pretty great. RTX off, RTX on. There's a pretty big difference. Had to increase the size of the playing field a bit because this guy is getting a bit out of hand, especially this star-shaped thing that grasps onto these star sides. I don't know what they are, but no thanks. I'm not fully sure where I'm going with this, but I'm far too deep in, so there's no backing out. And I mean, the more the merrier, right? Something a bit different. Well, that ain't something shading can't fix. Okay, now go and tell me that this doesn't look, at least the trinket in the middle, doesn't look way better than what was before. A friendly reminder, I came up with all of these ideas on the go, no pre-planning or thinking what I could do, just one simple concept and let's see where we go from here. And, you know, this is kind of an excuse, you know, right off to learn and try out more of this ultra hardcore shading, just like in my previous video of making your ideas into fusions. Go check that out if you haven't. Move that just a little bit to the side and boom, done. A regular Starmie, and then we got whatever this is. Yeah. Okay, I mean, the initial idea was kinda weird, and this starfish kinda has way more pointy thingies than a starfish should have, but I mean, it looks cool, shading kinda does its job, so, I mean, what else do you want? That's it, next one! Next up, we got Claydol. And the idea was, well, it's pretty obvious, we could do plenty of eyes and whatnot, but have you ever thought that Claydol kinda looks like Beyblade? That's exactly what I'm gonna do, at least make that the main focus of the overcomplicated design. Why does this kind of weirdly work? I mean, not to repeat other sentences that I've said before, but seriously, I mean, it kinda looks natural. I think we could make the body into like a mini arena, or at least a small platform it spins on. Well, it does the job. Does it look super appealing right now? No, not at all, but we gotta start somewhere. And to make it a bit more nicer, I guess I could do the shading, blacker outlines where it's of course darker and lighter to differentiate between the outline and the inside main lines. I mean, I never imagined that I would be turning Pokemon into a Beyblade, so I have no clue how to proceed with this. Okay, I don't know what's this about me accidentally making these eldritch horror creatures or whatnot, but I kinda got an idea of turning these white lines into whatever are those things called that, you know, allows you to blink. I could say that the main thing I'm just doing here is doing the good old tactic of shading, but adding multiple layers of colors. You know, just color the first bit a little bit lighter, then put another layer around it, then put the third one, which is like a neutral color, and make a bigger layer of that, like 2 or 3 pixels big, and just continue like that until you see results like this. I'm trying to use this method where I'm just, you know, thinking of actual things that could be in real life, like a actual pot, putting a light source at one spot and bringing down the light on the sprites and coloring from that perspective in my mind. And I think it's kind of working. And now just to decorate these little guys, that's a 1 and a 2. And here I made a alternate version which has the spinning effect, and I'm not quite sure if this is better or worse, so that is why it's an alternate, not the final version. But all in all, this is the design. So overcomplicated. Perfect. I hope you enjoyed the process as much as I did. Please remember to tell me which one were your favorites or non-favorites, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching yet again, and stay tuned.